Hello everybody, and welcome to SOC 1600 DL, or Introduction to Sociology online here at Sullivan County Community College. This is for the winter 2019 and 2020 semester. My name is Ryan Mead and I'm going to be your instructor. You could contact me via email at rmead@sunysullivan.edu. The credits hours for this course are 3, and the purpose of this course is as follows. To give you an overview of how the human individual is shaped by his or her social networks, and to introduce the methods and concepts used in investigating those social networks. Furthermore, it is meant to introduce these concepts and methods as a way to illuminate your own social experience in terms of the rapidly changing world around you. The purpose of this video is twofold. First and foremost, it's to get you acquainted with the expectations and demands for online courses in general. And second, it's to get you acquainted with the expectations and demands of this course via the course syllabus. So first I want to look at some of the facets of online courses. First of all, online courses are what's known as asynchronous education. That means there's no scheduled meeting times with the instructor or classmates. You can log on and do your work whenever you want, and you are responsible for your own self and your own progress. I do have to note though, there will be some times where I will hold live lectures online. While I would like people to participate, I know that people have jobs, families, and other responsibilities where sometimes they might not be able to participate. That's why I also record these lectures and make them available for you to watch at your own convenience. However, I would like, as much participation as possible in such events. Now, when people take online courses, they usually tend to think that they might be, easier than traditional classrooms. So I'm usually asked, will this course be easy? And I always answer with a resounding no. This course will not be easy. Not only are online courses not easier in general, but you're also taking this during the winter semester. During the winter semester, that means you have to complete 15 weeks of work, or weeks worth of work in a little over 3 weeks. So the time, it's 5 times more intensive than a regular semester. Also, you're going to be required to do lots of reading, writing, and critical thinking. It isn't enough that you know the material in the assigned readings, but that you are able to apply that material. Also, while most of the assignments are available to you early on, there's a strict late policy for work not handed in on time. And finally, you are required to manage your own time and make sure not to get behind in your work. Failure to manage your time wisely will mean failure in this course, especially because this course is so intensive. Do not get behind early on because it's going to be extremely difficult to make up that time. Now I want to go over some of the economics of this course. What does a 3-credit course mean? In a 15-week semester, so a regular fall or spring semester, 15-week semester, 3 credits equals 3 hours in class per week. So that's 3 hours of lecture time per week, plus roughly 6 to 9 hours study time per week. Therefore, in a regular semester, for every 3-credit class you take, you should expect to spend 9 to 12 hours per week on that course. Now, we're in a 3-week semester, or a little over 3-week semester in this winter course. That means it's going to be around 5 times more intensive than a regular semester. That means, the total time that should be devoted for this class isn't 9 to 12 hours, but times that by 5, 45 to 60 hours. Now, I understand that we're not going to be spending 45 to 60 hours per week on this course, but I do want to note that this course will be extremely intensive and that you do need to set aside a large chunk of time to complete the work in this course in order to get a passing grade. Another thing I want to know in terms of the economics of this course is how much is a 3-credit course costing me at Sullivan County Community College? Now, please note, this is minus the cost of books, time, etc. So first of all, for a 3-credit course at Sullivan County Community College, the last time I checked was $597. a technology fee of $45, an accounting fee of $49, a student accident insurance of $3, learning support of $12, health services for $12, for a total of $708 per semester. Now, with this 3-week semester, you're spending on average $236 per week. I bring this up because of a very, very important, thing that many people lose sight of during the semester. You are paying to be here, or somebody else is paying for you to be here. In this course particularly, it's $236 per week. Therefore, if you decide not to do the work, if you decide not to engage in the class, if you decide just to skip out, you are not only wasting your time as well as your classmates and the professor's time, but you are wasting actual money as well. And I don't like to waste money. I don't know about you. Therefore, make sure that you're putting every single dollar and cent that you're spending towards this course to good use. Now I want to look at some of the techniques of this course, and this is the foundational aspects needed in this course. First of all, you need access to high-speed internet. This is a must. If you don't have access to high-speed internet, you need to go to a place like a library or the college that does have access to high-speed internet. Second, you need to have some basic technological know-how. You need to know how to log on to the internet. You need to know how to log on to various other things. Some of these things are Brightspace, and this is where our course is held. Second, you need to have knowledge on how to log on and operate YouTube, as well as the streaming video service Twitch. Twitch is usually a streaming service geared towards gamers who film themselves playing video games. I use this service because it provides live broadcasting for lectures. So I usually hold lectures via Twitch, and this also allows for a chat room in which viewers can pose questions to me. So I like it because students can pose questions to me while I'm teaching, allowing for a more interactive experience, as well as allowing to see if you're understanding what I'm saying, and allows you to, like I said, ask me questions for clarification or to expand on any material. And 6, knowledge in how to log on and operate Netflix. We're going to be watching 2 movies via Netflix, so I know that all of you may not have a Netflix account, but please note that we will be watching these videos via Netflix. If you're unable to watch these videos, if you don't have an account and you don't know anybody else who has an account, and there's no way you can get an account, then you're going to need to email me, because we're going to have to find out alternate coursework that you're going to have to do to make up this work. I want to go over some important dates. The first day of class is Friday, December 20th, 2019. You should all be logging in that day. First of all, you should all be logging in every single day, but especially that day. Do not get left behind in the beginning of the course. The last day of the drop is Tuesday, December 24th, 2019 at 5 p.m. The last day to withdraw from this class is Tuesday, January 7th, 2020 at 5 p.m. I cannot stress this point enough. I cannot withdraw you from the course. Instead, you must contact the registrar's office to do so. I'm going to put a link to the registrar's office for Sullivan County Community College in the description below this video. But just please note, if you decide to stop showing up to class, I cannot withdraw you. So if you don't withdraw yourself, you will wind up failing the class. And lastly, the final day of class is Tuesday, January 14th, 2020. That's when your final exam will be due. Let's move on to the course syllabus. So, if you haven't done so, either have your course syllabus open or have it printed out in front of you so we could go over it together. The top header of the syllabus provides all the information regarding the course, including the name of the course, the number, the section, important dates, the credits, and the instructor's contact information. Then we have the official course catalog, which is a description of the course. I'm not going to read it again because I read it previously, but please do read this. The next is the measurable student learning outcomes. This gives you an overview of what you can expect to learn in the course. This is split up between the learning outcomes defined by the college, which are on top, and those defined by the instructor, which are as follows. The understanding of social science methods, knowledge of major concepts, models, and issues, the development of sociological imagination, knowledge of major sociological theorists, and the development of an appreciation of social diversity. So, if you think back to a couple slides ago, I had a picture of a contract. Think of this syllabus as a contract. I am promising you that I will teach you these following things. Not only what the college is promising, but what I am promising. That is my part of the contract. I need to live up to that. However, you're going to be asked a lot of other things as part of this contract that I'm going to expect you to live up to. If you feel I'm not living up to my part of the contract, please see me and I'll see if I could change my methods. But also please note that I will be contacting you if I feel that you aren't living up to your part of the contract. This is an agreement. You are agreeing to being here and you are agreeing to these terms of this syllabus. Next is the required text. Now, I want you to purchase this textbook right here. Introduction to Sociology, the Siegel 11th edition. This is Anthony Giddens as well as others who wrote this. But you need this textbook. Not the 10th edition, not the 9th, 8th, 7th, etc. I know you could get probably a 9th edition off of Amazon Marketplace for extremely cheap, but you need the 11th edition. So I just need to stress this. I'm taking all the material from the 11th edition. So if there's any confusion and you're working from a 9th edition, that's where the confusion is stemming from. As noted, we're going to be watching 2 videos from Netflix. The first is the documentary The 13th, which looks at mass incarceration and race relations. And the second is Inequality for All, which looks at, issues of income, wealth, and the growing income-wealth gap. Next, how are you going to be assessed? First and foremost, on participation. So throughout the semester, I'll be posting videos through YouTube and Twitch, as well as posting to the discussion board. Students who actively participate through these mediums, through commenting, asking questions, asking for clarification, etc., will be participating in the class. If you are unable to sit in on live lectures, make sure to post questions to me beforehand through email for participation points. But I want to grade you on how much you are engaged in the class. If you just log on once a week and do the bare minimum, that's not going to be participation. I want to see active participation here and active engagement. The second is discussion boards. Discussion boards are going to be worth 30% of your final grade. Each week you will be required to participate in discussion forums where you will present an analysis of the week's reading while responding to others. I will also engage in these conversations and provide feedback where necessary. Your grade will depend on a few different factors. An initial post and a discussion question. So the initial post is roughly around 250 words, and that's going to be 60% of your final grade, and it's going to be responding to a question. Also, I want you to pose your own question in this initial post. This discussion question will be worth 10% of your final grade. And also, 3 responses. Each response should be around roughly 125 words, should be based off of what the question is, what the question is that's posed. It should be sociological in nature, meaning you're utilizing concepts, theories, and theorists. And at least 2 of these responses has to be to another person's post. Weekly assessments. This is 40% of your grade. Each week you will be given a weekly test based on the chapters you've read for the week. These tests are designed by me based on the textbook and contain various types of questions. So roughly there's going to be around like 33 questions, roughly, true, false, multiple choice, fill in the blank, matching, etc., that will be on this test. All these assessments will be due on Monday at 11:59 p.m. And finally, there will be a final examination. This examination will be cumulative and will consist of questions of my making from the text we've read throughout the semester, but will consist mostly on questions based on my lectures. These questions are based on your reading and your ability to apply important theories and concepts. This final exam will be due Tuesday, January 14th at midnight. Late work. Late work, this is something that's really important. Again, I know that we all have, lives outside of this course, but I also, need to make sure that you are staying up on all the course material. So I want to read directly from the syllabus here. Being that this is an online course that allows you to work at your own speed, as well as the fact that many of the assignments are given to you well in advance, there is a strict late policy. If you foresee being late in any of your assignments, please email me at least 1 week in advance as to the reasons why you can't do the assignment, and we can see if we can work something out. Do not email me after an assignment's due date has passed, requesting an extension. Again, don't wait until after it's happened. Do it well before. Please be aware also that emailing me for an extension does not mean that you'll be granted one. There will be no extensions given on the final exam. This is something very, very important. Do not email me after the fact, and also note that I reserve the right not to give extensions as well. Attendance policy. Being that there is no classroom time, attendance for the week is based on the completion of homework assignments. This means that if you miss one weekly test, your final grade for the course will be reduced 1 full letter grade. If you miss 2 or more weekly tests, you will be asked to withdraw from the course. If you refuse to withdraw, or if the withdrawal date has passed, you will fail the course. As I noted, I cannot withdraw you from this class. You need to withdraw yourself. Academic integrity policy. Again, something that's extremely, extremely important, and I'm just going to quote from the syllabus. Plagiarism, the use of another's words or ideas without giving proper credit, and cheating are violations of ethical behavior within the academic community. Plagiarism or other acts of academic dishonesty must be reported to the division dean and disciplinary action will be taken. If the act is caught after the semester has ended, action may still be taken with a grade change, unless the instructor authorizes otherwise. All assignments must be individual, original works created for the specific class. Students who commit acts of academic dishonesty will be penalized in the following capacity. So the first offense here, you automatically fail the assignment that you were caught plagiarizing and or cheating on. So you automatically fail, but then it is reported to the dean of the division for consideration of any further action. So please note that based upon the severity of this, further action may be taken. And the second offense is failure of the class without question, and then it's reported to the dean of the division for consideration of any further action, such as expulsion. Academic integrity is extremely, extremely important. And, especially this being an online class, it becomes even more important in terms that you're making sure that you are not working with others, that you are not plagiarizing others' work, that you are not cheating, things like this. Next, as I noted, the withdrawal policy, you need to contact the registrar's office before the due date, which is Tuesday, January 7th. 2020 at 5 p.m. Make sure to also, while I can't withdraw you, make sure to email me beforehand so I can make the necessary arrangements with the registrar's office. The Brightspace Learning Management System. All coursework will be carried out through Brightspace. All communication will be carried out through Brightspace. Make sure to log on to Brightspace daily for updates in the course, as well as constantly check your email. You can log on to Brightspace at bright.suny.sullivan.edu using your SUNY Sullivan username and password. So some really important things here. Constantly be checking Brightspace every single day, as well as your SUNY Sullivan email. I know all of us have multiple email accounts and some we prefer more than others, but you need to be constantly checking that SUNY Sullivan email address. Students with special needs, any accommodations needs to be made through Miss Jen King in the Department of Learning and Student Development, and you could contact her at 845-434-5750 at extension 4328. Student feedback. So we really value student feedback here about how the course is going. You know, one thing I always like to tell my students is I always want to become better in what I am doing, and I can't become better unless people are giving me feedback. The college thinks the same way. So if you have any feedback regarding this course, especially, you know, about me that you don't want me to know, please contact the Division Dean, Rose Hannafy, at her email address, rhannafy@sunysullivan.edu. So office hours. There are no in-person office hours for this online course, but I will be willing to meet with you whenever. I do work a full-time job, so I can't meet with you during my regular work time, but I can meet with you after and before. Just all you have to do is email me at rmeet@sunysullivan.edu. We could contact through email, we could set up a chat, we could, you know, set up a Skype session, whatever, but I want to be there to meet with you. Critical thinking. This course requires a lot of critical thinking and being open to other perspectives. Sociology is not only complex, but deals with a lot of issues that might make people feel uncomfortable, especially when we deal with issues such as race, class, and gender. I ask that everybody be mature when dealing with such subject matter, and above else, respecting the viewpoints of others. Now, the rest of the syllabus contains the course outline, so what you're going to be doing for the entire course is right there. So if you want to get a head start on everything, read this part and start, you know, engaging in this material. Also, the last part is discussion forum posts. I want us to be professional when creating these discussion forum posts, and I want us to write in an academic manner. Therefore, these couple pages go over my expectations for how these posts should be written and how you should respond to others. I want to conclude by going over weekly responsibilities and how you should be approaching every single week. First and foremost, at the beginning of the week, read all the required work and develop a plan on how to tackle it. Be sure to consider due dates and times. Second, read and take notes on the textbook and any supplemental readings. 3, watch and participate in all video lectures, whether live on Twitch or pre-recorded on YouTube. This may include asking questions while live streaming, emailing questions beforehand, or integrating lecture material into your own work. 4, prepare and execute your initial discussion board posts and discussion questions. Questions or any comments or concerns, please don't hesitate to contact me. Communication is of the utmost importance in this class. Not only because it's an online class, but because it's an extremely shortened semester. You need to be in contact with me if you're unsure of anything. I want to thank you all for joining this class and being part of this experience. I really hope that it's a good experience and that's a challenging experience. And as I noted right here in this slide, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please contact me. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.